When you got that call to be the voice now for the Final Four, how did you feel?
It's interesting, guys. It wasn't the specific moment that you would visualize it to be because it had been talked about for a few years prior. So I was aware that there was a succession plan in place. Jim Nantz has done it for 30 plus years. No one will ever match what he accomplished in being the voice of this event. It is unparalleled. He was synonymous with March Madness and with the Final Four because he did it for so long and he was on the mic for so many memorable moments. But it wasn't just out of left field that, hey, by the way, this is what we're doing. Congratulations. It had been discussed for a few years leading up to it. I had an idea of what the general plan was going to be. I think they included Jim in it, which was very helpful because then there's no ill feelings. It's an understanding from all parties involved. And I thought that was really important, by the way, that Jim did it on his terms and went out on his terms, calling the Final Four in Houston, his adopted hometown, because he went to college there. That meant a lot to him. There was a very emotional tie-in for him. So on a personal level, I was thrilled to see how it all transpired. I think Jim would have loved for the University of Houston to be in the Final Four, just to have that special storybook ending. They didn't quite get there, but it still was quite memorable. And UConn had just an incredible run to win the championship. For me, it was more recognizing that this was going to be something new in my calendar and new in terms of my experiences. But the crazy part, guys, not a lot changes in my life. I've called the tournament for 26 years, so I know the event. It's not like I'm coming from some other event and now I've got to get my equilibrium and my footing. In terms of days, I'm adding 2 more days to my broadcast calendar. The Final Four, meaning the 4 teams, and then the national championship game. That's it. And then it's basketball, which I've done literally thousands of games. So it's not like I'm parachuting in on a new sport and I've got to get a feel and a vibe. I think the part that obviously you have to be aware of and cognizant of is it's a big stage and there are parts to it that you can only experience through doing it. You can visualize it, you can simulate it, but even as simple as this, most of the games that I do are arena-based. This is a stadium-based event. So just sitting where you sit, and this might sound silly to some, but it's the reality. They create a stage for the court in a stadium, and the broadcast location is lower. So the few times that I've done stadium broadcasting, which I've done for radio and world feeds, you're looking up at the action and things that are second nature to you based on calling so many games, where you look, what you look for. All of a sudden now you're almost second guessing yourself of, wait a second, that's where I normally would look. That's what I would normally pick up in that moment. And now you've got to make an adjustment. So what they've done, they put you in higher chairs and elevate your table. So just that, just the sheer mechanics of that will be an adjustment that I'll get used to, but it is a little different in how you normally approach a broadcast.
Congratulations for being a new
Thank
voice
you.
for the Final Four,
Appreciate it.
Ayan. I know you're being humble while you're saying this, but just knowing the process of that, I know they was looking for a successful successor the past couple of years, but they had a lot of options. And for them to all come to some sort of agreement and be like, you know what, we ain't got to go nowhere. We got one homegrown, and we're going to stay where Ion says a lot about you. So I just want to tell you,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah, it means a lot. Thank you, guys. Truly.
Yeah, I would echo that because the last time we talked, just getting that opportunity, Ian. I know the last time we talked around this time last year, you were going to do the world feed for the Super Bowl.
That's
And
right.
then you mentioned where it's like, have you had that opportunity? on not just a national stage, but a championship level stage. So certainly excited to hear your voice for that. And I know you're ready for it.